Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kirby Enthusiasts. For those of you who haven't watched before, I thought I'd do this one just for you guys. Bought a new Kirby, rep's gone, save you keep ringing up, you don't want to read the book. Emptying the bag, I'm going to go through emptying the bag, the brush roller and the belt. So whether it be a new Kirby that you've bought off a rep, the second-hand Kirby you've bought off Gumtree, I'm going to go through just a few steps how to keep that Kirby up and running and smelling nice to start with as well. So yeah, I'll catch you soon. So first up guys, or ladies, we'll go through just height adjustment. So I'll do it without the machine on first and then I'll do it with the machine on. The biggest problem people have with new Kirbys and old Kirbys, if they haven't actually had a demonstration or not sure how to use them, is they go to their carpet, depending on what height it is, and they'll just whack it all the way down. If it's a high pile carpet or a medium pile carpet, you're going to suddenly get a burning smell. And what that is you've rolled the brush roller that far down, it can't properly turn and it's spinning on the belt. So you're burning your belt out, and what you'll notice is this light here is flickering. Okay, what we'll do is we raise it up, and then what we do is we lower it down with our toe. We go, I don't know, to the height of the carpet, so when the tone changes, so what we'll start again, so we'll go, the Kirby's running, and then we'll get that deep tone, and then we go one more, and that is the height of it that your Kirby should be running. So I'll just demonstrate now with the Kirby running. Just check the belts on, because I don't think it is. I'll wind my belts off when it's not in use, purely because otherwise it stretches the belts, and then it costs you a fortune in belts. These belts only need changing, it's quite stiff, hopefully every 3 to 4 months. Hook her on, wind your belt on, okay, put it down, and so now if you listen you'll hear the tone change, and then you'll see me push it one more click. Oh, that's the turn the plug on. If you heard that, if you didn't, I'll do once more. So we turn it on, and then we hit it, pluck it down till the tone changes, and then one more click. Raise her up and put her back in neutral. So make sure when you're pushing it around. So that was the height adjustment. So next step, I'll just show you how to change the belt, and then weekly things that you can do, obviously, to just keep your Kirby running. So make sure the belt's clean and that, and I'll explain that as we do it. So next up is the belt. Right, so if you want to change your belt, you do is raise your Kirby up, make sure your belt's off, and you take it off. This was just been running, so I've got to turn the belt off. So red to red, turn it off, okay, and then turn it back green to green. Okay, now to change the belt, all we do is open these. It's quite stiff because it's quite new. Okay, if you as you're changing the belt anyway, clean this out, just tap it out. Obviously there's nothing in there because this is practically new, it's only been run a few times. Take your roller out, take your belt off, put your new belt back on, and then what you've got to make sure is when you put this back in, because if you put this in on the wrong setting it will burn your belts, and that's another issue. So this was on number 1, so what do, I go number 3, because my sight's not the best, go back to number 2 and then to number 1. Number 3, number 2, 2 lines, and then to number 1, and then slide it back in. Okay, now this roller should last you, I've only just changed one on a G4, and it's 25 years old. So the brush roller should last you at least 20 years minimum. Okay, make sure your bunker's on properly. Clip that in at the front, put her on, and lock her on. And that's your new belt changed, simple as that. Okay, while you've got it off, again, just check if there's any hairs or anything in there. Just pull them off, make sure that's not, stays nice and clean, because obviously if you get hair build up, it's going to start jamming stuff up. Okay, and then again, put it back on, wind your new belt on, lock her on, lock her off, so it's red to red, and back green to green. Okay, but for me, for storage purposes, or if you're doing a flat surface, what I do is leave the belt off, because we've got a lot of wooden floor, a lot of bamboo floor, so I leave my belt off for that, and I'll use it in that, so it's just constant suction, just for the wooden floors, or if you've got delicate carpets, you can use it on just straight suction. Okay, so that is the belt change. Right, next up is the bag. So just raise this up so you guys can see. You can probably see me. Right. Okay, excuse the boxes and that. I've got a few Kirby's. I'm a bit of a collector. So with your bag, change your bag if you've got the F style. Okay, it's literally those, so unclip that. Off it comes, take it gently because it'll be full of dust, and then obviously put a new bag on. It's just a clip on there, and then clip it back over those lugs, and on it goes. Now to check whether your bag's full, it doesn't have to be full to the top. Okay, what you'll notice is as your bag fills up, your handle will start to feel a bit, pull down a bit, it will feel a bit heavier. Okay, you've got a fill line here, so when it gets to that full line, just empty it, just change your bag and put a new one in. Alright, if it's started to smell and it's not at that fill line, little tip, all I do is I'll spray a little bit of Glen 20 in the bag, right, and then shut it back in it. It'll last me, if you've got dogs, obviously it's going to start to smell a bit quicker, so a little bit of Glen 20 will at least get you up to that fill line, okay, before you have to change your bag. So that is that. If it's an F style, not an F style, a twist style, so an older style, so up to a G7, so anything up to a G7 will be the old style. Now the bags these days are universal, okay, and I can show you an actual fitting. So if it's that style, okay, the older paper bags will still fit, and then you've got the new style. So what we've got here, alright, this is a bit of an old bag I've got that was just no good, it rotted. I got it off someone and it rotted, so it was no good for any use, so I'll use it for just demos. Okay, so what you've got is two slots here. So all you do is you line those slots up in your bag. So pretend that's in your bag, like sitting like that. Okay, twist it to line it up, and then twist back. That then won't come off. And that's for your old style. Okay. So again, don't forget, when your bag gets up to that fill line, that's when you empty it, not when it's full to the brim, because obviously you've got your dirt's down here. As it gets past there, you've got all that dirt up there, it's going to want to come out. So another reason not to overfill it as well. One, you're going to lose suction, because these are a direct air machine. So you're going to lose suction straight away as soon as it gets past that fill line, so it's not going to be sucking as well. And you're going to start getting debris and that in your bag because you're overfilling it. Okay, so another thing as well, what you can do is, let's raise this back up. Okay, so as your bag has got full, a couple of months time down the line, you've emptied your bag, this bag's starting to smell. Okay, and what you can do is you just take it off, take your bag, obviously take your bag out. Okay, so we'll take that bag out, like so. Lift that off, and then all I do is I'll unhook that there so it doesn't break, and I'll put that in the vacuum as is. I'll just throw some towels in there with it. Okay, you can release that plastic clip with screwdrivers, but it's quite easy. if you know how, but what you've got the risk of is damaging this rubber seal anyway with the screwdrivers if you're not quite confident at doing that. Now I have done it in the past, 9 times out of 10 I just throw it in as is with some towels and it washes it pretty sweet. Okay, and when you get it out, obviously you can take this off, this top bit off, so that dough doesn't get damaged when you put it in the washing machine. Okay, so it just goes in like that, complete, and you just put it on a gentle cycle, and just put a bit of conditioner in there once you've washed it. Okay, then all you do, put it on the wash to line, on the line to what? To dry. Okay, and then click that back in, like so. Okay, now all we do is get our little tag, and this is on all the Kirby's, push it through the hole, and then just clip it back over that top, like so. Okay, clip it back in your Kirby. So clip that back in the Kirby. It's like, I have to come around the other side. Can't go from that side. So clip that back in the Kirby. See, 10 times easier if you do it from behind. Lock that on, so that's running, and then just put your bag, a new bag, back on, like so. Okay. If you want to spray some Glen 20 on your new bag, you can. Make your house smell a bit sweeter, but I won't bother. It's only if it starts to smell, I'll put a bit of Glen 20 on there. For that reason. So that's your bag change. Okay, so then we're ready to rock and roll again. Alright, so we'll go through the next step. Right, so next what you've got is you've got an adjustment on your handle. So if you want to, at the moment you've got to lift it right down to lift it up. So if you slide this over here that way, that will then lift up if you're going up over carpets. If you just want to lift up to go over the carpet instead of pushing it onto your mats, and you lift it up and then readjust your height adjustment, to whatever it is for that mat. Okay, so that's what that setting's for. What you've also got, so we'll flip it back. Okay, what you've also got, if you flip this, push this to the middle, push it all the way down, and then push it back. Now you can store that Kirby upright against the wall, in a pantry, out the way. Okay, so that's another feature that you probably didn't realise that you can actually do with your Kirby. Okay, and then you just take her out, drop her on the floor, push the handle down a bit, push that over to release, and then push it all the way across, so you've got that lift action if you want it. Okay, so that's, we've gone through the height adjustment, we've gone through changing the belt, and we've gone through how you can adjust your handle and changing the bag. So what you might have got as well when you got your Kirby, and these are quite good attachments, so if you've got hardwood floors, I use that, and I use the hose as well, but you might have got this attachment. Okay, now this simply clicks on. What you've got to remember is this, with this though, is you don't have the brush roller running when you have it on. Alright, so it literally clips in there like so, and clips on, easy as. Okay, and then what you've got is all that suction there for doing your bamboo floors or your wooden floors. Okay, and all we do is clip it back on, like so. Oops, hard on carpet. There we go. So clip her on, and when you get to your bamboo, you can wind that down until that touches the floor. Okay, and that's the floor attachment you can get for your hardwood floors. Okay, then take it off, same again, raise her up, release your head, okay, and then just take it off, easy as, and put your head back on. Okay, the other attachment that people have got that don't realise they've got, and I use this quite a lot, which is a new one, I've got various Kirby's, so this is brand spanking new. So you've got your little duster brush. Now I use this a lot, for dusting. I'll just raise this up so you can see me. Okay, so this you can use for obviously vacuuming your hi-fi equipment, anything like that. But also there's another trick to it as well. We moved to Australia about 10 years ago now, well 9 years ago. And the issue I have in our house is the drains block up quite a lot, especially when my son uses the toilet and fills it with toilet roll. I don't know if I presume that the drains are a bit thinner here than in the UK, but they tend to block up. Now the only other issue I've got is you've got drainage holes. You've got like one in your shower, one in the laundry, and one in the bathroom. So what I have to do when the toilets block up, and it's quite a good tip, so say if you want a plumber, I mean I've had to do it 3 times in a new house and we've only been in it 4 years. So what I have to do when the drains block up in the toilet, I have to fill the bath halfway, then I have to fill the laundry sink. It sounds quite a lot, but it's cheaper than buying a plumber. Then I have to get 2 towels. I have to get one for the shower, and I get my son to stand on that. I wet it first, and then I get another one that I put in the bathroom. And then what you do is twist this off. Make sure your Kirby's on blow and not suck. Okay, and this twists off. It's a bit because it can move. Like so. And then you've got that. So that then you can push over the floor attachment, or you can even put it in the bath, it doesn't matter. But I find it works better on the floor attachment with the towel wrapped around it. Get your son or your wife to empty the sinks, and then flush the toilet. Get your son to stand on the towel in the bathroom, in the shower, and then you hold the other one, and then just turn it on below. And at 9 times out of 10, well, 100% so far, it clears that blockage. So that's just another little tip of something you've got that you don't realise you've got. You know, just saves you on plumbing costs in that respect. So yeah, another quick tip for you. There you go. So again, another tool you've got is your crevice tool. Now, those people that don't know, this actually comes out, because if you just squeeze it on the end comes out. So you can use that when doing your skirting boards, go along. So I put that on there, back in. Do your skirting boards, tops of door frames, stuff like that. We can do that. I'll do that with my duster brush. Okay, and then you can do inside. You can leave it on if you want. If you're in Australia, I don't know if they have them in America. We never had in the UK. If you've got the aluminium windows, then you can use it to clean out the tracks, and it will suck all the dust out of there. We tend to get a lot of clay blown in that way. So that's another tool you've got. Okay, now if you bought the turbo tools with your Kirby, you'll add a zip brush. Now this is a fantastic tool for doing your couch. Curtains, brilliant for curtains. I love it doing it on my using it on my curtains. It just does a fantastic job. Now when you've finished vacuuming with it, just literally press the button, take that out, just get your hose, suck out there, and just suck that out. Easy as. Okay, and you can keep it. This has been used. I just keep it pretty pristine, keep it clean, and I don't have any issues with it. So yeah, if you've got a dog or cat and you're getting hairs, this is a fantastic tool for your curtains and in the car as well, on car upholstery. So there's another tool. So for you guys that have just bought a Kirby and thinking, oh, was it worth it? Yes, it was. I've got a Kirby from 1994 and it's still running sweet as a dream. The only thing I've had to change on it was a cord, and that was because I shut it in the car door, and a couple of belts, which you're going to buy through the lifetime of your Kirby, and bags. But other than that, it's still running sweet as a nut. The only reason I bought the Avalir was my partner wanted something a bit newer, looked a bit newer and a bit more modern. But other than that, I still use my G4 day in, day out. To vac, what I tend to do is use the Avalir for the beds, because then I'm not rolling it around on the floor, on the bamboo floor, and then I use my G4 for doing the bamboo floor and general housework, and keep the Avalir for doing the beds, and obviously the cinema and carpet, and that's about it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and just get the most out of your Kirby that you can. Okay, see you soon.